Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm coming back to you with a February flip through all of my journals. What changed, because some things did, what did I add, did I have fun, a general overview, let's say. Also, before we start, just a quick preface. There is a football game going on right next to my house because there's like a stadium there. So in case you hear people being rowdy, that's not me, not my household, mind you. So I hope they don't get too crazy, but just in case you can hear it, they are having a lot of fun. Kind of envious of that. But without further ado, let's start with my daily planner, which is my traveler's notebook. Nothing changed on the front. I did order some patches, but I am not sure if they will go on the journal because I really like them. So they can go on a jacket. So we have to see about that. I'm gonna cover the left-hand side with sticker sheet because there are some like work-related details. But let's try to open it up. Exactly. Okay, and then one page on. Yeah, so basically on a planning level, not a lot of things changed. I did keep my habit tracking thing, the PhD to-do list, and the notes. The one thing that changed about the notes section is that I tried to make it a bit of a compilation of both like the work and PhD related things and the general memory keeping. So if there's a thing that was kind of big or I was really excited for, in a particular week, I will write that in here as well as summarize all the things I did PhD wise and so on. Then, going on, February has been really busy for me. Like, if January was busy, then February was unhinged, off the rails and things like that. So I did actually manage to do a lot. I would say the planning definitely helps in being organized well, but there's still very much to do, and I think you can tell. And exactly, and then this is the last week of February. And I planned some things for March as well. Nothing changed, looking just the way it is. The only update in this regard is that I started learning Swedish because I do know some Norwegian, and I was thinking maybe if I learn Swedish, they are kind of similar, and maybe I won't mix them up. And the problem is I do mix them up. So I think of starting like a language journal habit tracker thing to just keep track of that because it's really annoying. Mixing two very similar languages could be better. And then going on, this is the general kind of everything insert for my daily planner. Here, for instance, I started planning my wall setup, so all of the posters and other things I'd like to have on my wall. It is a very difficult thing because I do enjoy quite some different aesthetics, so I try to think of a way that would combine all of them in a good way. So that's what I've been brainstorming in here, as well as some general fashion related things. So just because usually those things are in my notes app, and every single one of my devices is on a different iCloud. Don't ask why, they just are. So sometimes I know I have a notes about something but it's on the wrong device and I can't use it, for example, when I'm out. So having it in this planner will definitely make it easier. Also, I did actually start carrying this planner around, which I've never did. Usually a planner was something for me that just stayed in the house, just on my desk, and I would look at it in the morning and in the evening. But now I actually do bring it with me everywhere, and it's not that bad size-wise, but it's also very practical, and it genuinely helps me. So I do see the difference in the way I'm able to organize my work. So that's what's changed or what evolved from my daily planner. Then, second step will be my memory keeping moleskine pocket sized. Let's try to open it on the February pages. Exactly. There was a lot of things going on, as you can see. So that's why some pages seem a bit empty. But then on the other hand, some pages have quite a lot of photos. Here I got my Children of Bodom CD I showed you before. Some concerts I bought tickets to, and so on and so on. I did have a PhD conference in the first week of February, so I tried to focus as much as possible on that. And I was so exhausted afterwards that I slept up until noon on the next day. It was really bad, really bad. But yeah, that's about February in my memory keeping one. Nothing changed in here because what could possibly change? I just write about my day, I put a photo in here, and it's a lot of fun. It's definitely a lot of fun. It's bulking up a bit, but it's all good. It's all good, I would say. I think it still closes with the elastic band, which means it's okay. If this will stop working, then we will have a problem. But up until this point, we're all good, I think. We're set up. And then the last stop is my newest journal addition, which is my media journal. And I actually did start this journal right at the end of January, so a lot of things added into it you've seen in my last video were being added in February. So I'm gonna update you quickly on everything I added in there. So with February, I did start with the music section with the record store day notes, then writing more about some turntables, speakers, and so on, as well as cassette players, because I did start looking into one particular lately, and I think I may buy it just as a little treat yourself thing, so it may happen. So the nostalgic album of the month is Razorblade Romance by him, obviously. Then we go to the actual newest additions. So we have some in-depth reviews. So if there is an album by an artist I've been really looking forward to, so it's not like I listened to it by accident, I wanted to listen to it, I saved it on Spotify, these bands get a full-ass review on a full page. Not just a little note. They get more attention from me automatically. Unfortunately, this wasn't the positive attention they expected. It's really funny because this is the band I actually have been following since their first album, 15 years ago. But unfortunately, this one wasn't for me. Then I read this book in here, which is the biography of Rod Christ. They're one of my favorite bands, and I read this book this month. I started it and I finished it in 3 days, I think. It's really good. It's really, really good. It's you have so many old photos and random ephemera from the time. It's also really good both as a music review of their discography and kind of glance into the band itself. I really love this book, really recommend it. I had it on my TBR shelf for ages, years. Years, and I didn't pick it up. I did now, and I'm very happy I did because it was phenomenal. Then on the right, we see the 5 albums I enjoyed the most this month. It's kind of a surprising variety of genres, I would say. In the case of January, it was almost exclusively extreme metal, and here we have some gothic rock, some dungeon synth, modern metal, all of the cool stuff. So in case you're looking for some recommendations, here they are. And then there's another review of the Blood Angle album that came out actually on Friday, and I listened to it immediately. I listened to it at work because the album is 2 hours long. Can you believe that? Today, an album is 2 hours long. Absolutely delicious. I really liked it. As you can see, I gave it 4 stars. Was excellent. So we have another in-depth review, so to speak. And then the artist of the month section of February went to Twin Tribes. So we have a little collage for them in here. There's the thing, I do listen to quite a lot of music genres, but the issue is I always discover bands on my own because none of my friends really shares the music taste with me. So I just have to explore on my own, and I just randomly found them and I was obsessed with it. I was like, this is exactly the sound I just randomly would listen to during the day, not connected to any particular like mood or something, but just something to keep my ears occupied, so to speak. Absolutely love them. And I also added a new tracker into the music section, which is the merch or like CDs, albums, records I bought in 2025. Because this is always the thing with the hobbies that revolve around spending money, you know? And I do really like tracking it just to not get too crazy, you know? So that's what I decide to track here. As we can see, it's the 2nd of March today, and I only bought one thing, so it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But I will be adding things I will be purchasing into this list. Without price, I'm not too keen on that, because then I look at the list and I'm like, oh, I spent all of that. That's not good. So it's just a band and what I got for them. So at the end of the year, I will have like a nice overview, which artists I supported the most and things like that. So that's about that for the music section. Then for the movies, I finally made a Nosferatu collage. Oh, you can see this is it's not black, it's a photo in here. Yeah, you can see that, I think. So yeah, I actually saw Nosferatu for the second time this week, and it was even better than the first time. I think it's because I watched a couple of like in-depth reviews and like symbolism analysis, so it definitely was a more open experience this time, I would say. So this is about Nosferatu. Then book section, nothing really changed in comparison to what you saw in the media journal setup. And then in the museum section, I actually did add a couple of ephemera in here, so you can like flip them open, do anything you want, all the fun stuff you can see. Exactly, so this is everything I added into the media journal. I have to say I have a lot of fun working on this journal, because every spread looks kind of complex and you can do so many things because of the ring format, and I really enjoy it. I think it's definitely not my last rings binder. I don't think so. I will definitely get a next one soon enough, let's say. Exactly. So in this journal in March, I will just be continuing. There are some albums I'm looking forward to. I will definitely try to work to see more movies, go to a museum. So all of those things will go in here, and we will be working in the free journals you just saw in the month of March as well. So I think that was everything for today. Just a quick catch up. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!